So if you want to see a world versus world commanding POV, that's what we will be up to. And if you're here for the charming personality and banter, then come join me in my factory. Factorio, load Factorio while I think of a stream title. What are we doing today? We are finishing the wall, but that's going to take like 30 minutes. So I really don't think that needs to be the stream title focus. I think there's a chance. There's a chance we go to space today. Because we are kind of almost ready. When you think about it. Rocket fuel is automated. Rocket fuel is done. Blue chips are automated. Blue chips are done. The only thing that's left is low density structures. And we produce everything we need to automate low density structures right now. We have plastic, we have steel, we have copper. The other thing that we have to do today is we have to plug in like 5 more iron mines because we're not producing nearly enough iron to cover what we are consuming right now. So we'll probably do a bit of that. This is the wrong file. Hang on, hold on. That is my off-stream file that I was fiddling around with. Let's do on-stream file. So if you weren't around for Saturday, we spent all of Saturday building a wall. We have wall here, 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 but not here, because I actually don't know where I want to put it up here yet. And you can see that the wall pretty much comprehensively defends current pollution cloud, but it is unlikely to defend future pollution cloud when the entire base turns on. So we might have to revise and revamp it a little bit in the future, but for now, it's good enough. It's probably going to be good enough to keep us safe while we explore Volcanus. And then we can bring artillery back from Volcanus, and we can really start to fully automate the defense of the base. But the last thing that we need to do for now is just close up this last corner of wall in the northeast. So we're going to do a bit of exploration. We're going to see what exactly is going on up there. And then we can get back to actually like building a factory instead of playing tank driving and shell shooting simulator, which is basically all we've done for the last 4 hours. We're going to need extra wall for sure. We might need an extra 50 lasers. Probably not a ton, though. And I think we'll be fine on power bolts. Alright, extra 50 lasers, good. Red circuits aren't producing because plastic isn't producing, because the train isn't shipping plastic, because I've still only tapped 1 oil well. That's the other thing we need to do today, is we need to tap more oil wells. 1 oil well is not cutting it for the amount of production that this base currently demands. But again, once we've walled up the entire base, we can do that completely at our leisure. While you're back in base, how are the reactors doing? They're at 33. You could go and top them up. Why don't you go and do that now? Let's keep those running full time. And then ammo's also good. Tank. We shouldn't need to touch that. Okay. Let's see what we're working with out here. This wall is a big question mark right now, because I don't know what the train looks like. I would really prefer to build shorter walls if possible, but we might end up building a very long boy out here if we can't find any natural terrain features to work with. So let's take care of these two nests straight north. We'll also be able to tap that oil well. I think we have like 4 oil wells we can tap into. And that'll just have to be good enough. We also upgraded shot speed and shot power when we were playing on Saturday, so the tank is a weapon. It takes care of itself very well. Okay, nest's taken care of. Now, let's figure out what the hell this train does. This coast curves up, so that looks promising initially. This looks really promising. That's a huge fucking nest, though. We are gonna have to clear that. This will be a trip. That's the gun. Get the cannon shell out. Because if this is a... Oh, Jesus. If this is a natural choke, we're actually kind of in business. I'm gonna use up so many cannon shells doing this, though. That's fine. As long as you kill a couple... Oh my god. Okay. That rocks. That's huge. We actually don't have to defend, like, anything on this whole peninsula. I can ignore you and clear you. I can come back. That fucking rocks. Dude, that's so good. It's actually an insane choke. It's not even a choke point. It's a peninsula. Yeah, it doesn't connect anywhere. So we just kill those nests. We wall hopefully along here. Let's see what else you're working with. Like, what if we can wall here? Hey, we kind of can. We have decent cliff structure, but what's on the other side of it? Show me just like the world's biggest lake? Show me nothing at all. Alright, that's a non-starter. What happens if we go down? I think we might have to build a corner wall. But it shouldn't be that bad. Here, here. And then rip through all these. So we can do a wall like here to here. And then we really can't do much here. It's going to have to be like this and that. But I can live with that. That's acceptable. The only issue is how big the nests are out here. It's going to take a bit of work. We may actually run out of shots. But let's get started. Let's begin our dark work. Just never stop wiggling, and the acid can't build up too much. Okay, let's pull off, take care of this horde. Get them nice and lined up. Let the gun take care of the rest. Get some repairs done. Do it again. That's a decent chunk of it gone. But quite a bit left still. Okay, that's all of it gone. Almost all gone. There we go. Alright, 1 mega nest down. Like 5 to go. Tank health is doing fine. Decent chunk of the worms are gone. All of the worms are gone. Stay in there and finish these nests. You got this. There you go. Now, the one thing you don't want to happen is you don't want to run out of shells. So, take a little peek in your inventory here, and make sure you're not going to run into any problems. Because you do not want to find out that you are halfway out of shells, or entirely out of shells, halfway through clearing a nest. You have 205 still. That'll be plenty. That's 2 big nests gone. It's also enough that you can just start building the wall. So, wall is going to run from here extremely wrong to here. That's going to be 1 segment. You're also going to need to figure out how the hell you're going to power this thing all the way out here. You only have, well, like 20 on you. But I think you're going to need a run of longer than 20. You're going to want radar coverage out here. So that's one end. The other end is probably going to come up from here and join at the end of that cliff wall. This cliff wall specifically, because I don't want them to be able to walk around. So something like this looks like it'll work fairly well. Then how far out do you need to come? About there. It's like 5 more of these segments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that looks about right. And then you're gonna come down like that, basically. No, because then your power lines don't connect. you're going to come down like this, basically. Yeah, that looks about right. And this runs all the way down here. So a bit of a long one. But considering the options we have available, it'll work. And then just landfill out like that, probably. We can find rocks later. I mean, just look at all the rocks we have out here. Landfill? Oh, we had landfill. Ah, well. Nevertheless. I think this should be enough wall. It is a big wall, but I think we should have enough. Oh, you're watching the Mordhau video now? I think you're going to find that video very, very interesting. I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts on it. Yeah, I was thinking exactly the same thing. And, like, restructuring isn't even a matchmaking system. It's a T-balancing algorithm. So, there's a second order problem that exists in World versus World that Mordhau doesn't even have. Which is before you even start to think about skill-based matchmaking, how do you try to balance around time zone activity? Rather than having it be a lobby that fires. Are there any big changes to the World versus World support class meta? I think it's still too early to tell. I think support Renegade is very dead. I think that support Scourge is kind of dead. I really haven't seen people playing a lot of support Scourge. I think that support NG has actually survived very well. But I think groups are actually starting to prefer Staff, Tempest, and support Druid over Scrapper. I think people are low on Scrapper. I think people are low on support Scrapper when it's actually good, and it's leading them to be high on support Tempest and support Druid, when those are still good professions, but they're not, like, automatically better than support Scrapper. I don't know that support Scrapper is still king of the support hill, but I think it's fine. I think support Chrono is totally fine. I think that a lot of groups are actually starting to run Shiro Herald, which may be, like, actually pretty good, but that's not support meta anymore. That's, like, DPS meta. Although I guess you could do, like, Selly Boon Herald. I don't know. I gotta play around with Herald. I've never really particularly enjoyed Revenant classes in the first place, so they've always been a bit of a weak point for me. I don't think I'm very good at them, and I also just don't like them. But I think there's actually something to Shiro Herald right now. And then DPS Spellbreaker is also the big one that's showing up a lot. DPS Spellbreaker is good. I think I was high on DPS Reaper. I think it's good, but it's not as good as I thought it would be. And I think DPS Spellbreaker is what's taken that slot. But there's a lot of stuff that people are still experimenting with. Like, I don't think the optimal Vindy build exists yet for support or DPS. I don't think the optimal Untamed build exists yet. I think that's a profession that should be in the meta, but is currently not, because people haven't figured out what the best permutation of it is. But in general, I don't think the support meta has really changed all that much. I also don't see people running support Spectre anymore, and I think they probably still could, but support Spectre actually generates, like, way more barrier than you can practically use now. So it might be a case of support Spectre being so good at barrier that it's like more than you need. I don't know. Meta is still very much in flux. I think people are still experimenting with a lot of different things, and it's going to be a while before we know exactly what's good. Like, people have barely had time to set up RVRs. Renegade, Firebrand, Chrono, Scrapper is what I remember. So it's like, primary stab right now is Firebrand Chrono, and that's it. Secondary stab is Druid, Tempest, Scrapper. Kind of Vindicator, but also kind of not Vindicator. Too early to tell. Tertiary support is... People are still trying Renegade. I don't think they should be. Scourge. And maybe that's it. I feel like there was some other spicy support build that I was playing around with that I don't remember now. Maybe not. So, yeah, the TLDR has changed less than I expected, but I also didn't expect people to adapt very quickly, so it's still possible that it could shake up the meta. And the more important thing is that I think people are having fun again, which is your most important metric. I think that nerfing barrier to 25% of max HP has had the desired effect on groups being able to just stand still and not dodge and out-sustain. It really feels like you cannot do that anymore, and if you can't do that, I think the game mode is in a better place. I need to be very careful around this cliff. I also need to get all of you bunched up. Did you do that for me? They do not want to do that for me. Fine, I'll just go back to killing your nest then. And yeah, the new relics come out, but the only thing that the new relics... Well, have we gotten previews of relics from JW3 yet? I know it's bringing the minion relics, but I think anybody who's played World vs. World ever before can kind of approximate what groups are planning on doing with those. Are there also new relics that are shipping with that, though? I don't remember. If there are, I don't think they've been previewed. But I don't remember if it actually ships with relics in the first place or not. Could really just be using cannon shells for this, probably. Didn't really want to aggro that nest, but I'll live. Six with each new release. Okay, I don't think we've gotten them previewed yet then. So yeah, there'll also be those. I mean, I can tell you what's not going to be in them. There's not going to be an Alacrity Relic, given what they did to my boy Relic of Rivers. I continue to hope that there are more interesting and viable DPS options in Relics, so that Relic of the Thief is not the de facto choice for every DPS build under the sun. But beyond that, I really don't have a ton of predictions. Groups are going to run all of the minion relics. They're going to try them to see how good they are. And the worst part is they'll probably be good, because target cap metas have been good every time target cap metas have existed. But we'll see. The balance team may know something about target cap meta that I don't. Cannon me? I'm weaving. I'm ducking and I'm weaving. Did I run out of... Holy shit, I'm out of bullets. Holy shit, I'm almost dead. No, I'm not out of bullets. I can just borrow some. You shouldn't be doing this when your tank is almost dead. We gotta go back to base. We've exhausted our munition supply. If you're gonna go back to base, you should run power lines, though. At least bring power with you. Because you can get the radar array scouting. And you can turn on the lasers on the walls, so that they help a little bit. Gonna do map completion on 9 characters this year? That's achievable. I mean, you remember when I was still doing the map completion streams? I think it took me like 20 hours to map complete. And I don't think I was even using optimal route, so if you're going to install like Taco or something, you should be able to do it even faster than me. So we run this to oil field, and then south. I think is going to be the best way to do this. Run it until you see oil field, and then south. 6 months of 1 map per day. Yeah. If you wanted to pace it out like that. I mean, you could also just do more than 1 map in a sitting. Come on, get me there. It's not going to get you there. Make 3 more. You're so close. You're actually really close. You have actually made it. World's ugliest connection. But that shit is on. Alright, finish it up. Vision, I have bad news for you, by the way. The audio crackling issue has also crept into Guild Wars now. And I think it's a driver issue. So it's going to take me a really long time to debug it. But I have seen the clips, I have identified the issue, and I've begun the process of asking both Google and ChatGPT how to fix it. So it's something that I'm going to work on in the background, and just give me like a, hey, it's still there, if you hear it, as I continue to iterate through solutions. It's going to be annoying to fix. I'm not gonna just like ignore it, because listening to it in the clips, I'm like, yeah, that sucks. I would close that stream if I heard that. But it's going to be really difficult for me to reproduce it because it happens super intermittently. And because drivers are mysterious. And nobody actually knows how they work. Yeah, also congrats on engineering license stuff. I mean, I say congrats. You haven't gotten it yet, but, like, you'll get it. Alright, that's tank resupply. Let's go finish clearing the rest of these nests out. I will need to bring big power poles with me, actually. And iron is my limiter. Hello, Plastic Train. Lovely to see you. You turn my science back on. I'm very happy that you decided to show up. We need another 10, probably like another 50 of you. Wait, you need way more wall. What are you thinking? You still need to build this wall. Yeah, you got a big wall up. You're probably fine on laser turret. Probably. Stone throughput really continuing to suffer, but it's good enough for now. And I don't think gears have been dropped off yet. Red chips also haven't been dropped off yet. Or did I never turn red chips on? Wonder if I just never turned red chips on. Because this train should be full. No. It's on. It just doesn't have enough. Because it's being limited by iron on green circuit assembly. I don't even need to check to know that's true. We don't make nearly enough iron right now. Because it's only that mine producing it, and that mine is running at like half capacity. So that really should be the first thing we focus on as soon as the last wall is up. Alright, all you go here, all you go here. I'm gonna go clear out that nest on the peninsula first, because I don't want it expanding. Well, I've wandered away from it. And then I shouldn't have to worry about that portion of the wall. It will be completely isolated. But this nest is going to suck to clear out. Because I don't really have a ton of space to turn. So we're basically just going to have to take a ton of strafing runs at it. Like this. It's really not as much progress as I would like to make per trip. Let's do it again. No singular? Yeah, it is 2. You're not wrong. This feels really scary. But I'm fine. I can't just launch shells into you. This is really where, like, explodey shells would be better. Seems to be agreeable and representative of a lot of problems you see in competitive games, but nothing really groundbreaking. Yeah, it mirrors a lot from a conversation that I had. Actually, hold on. I'm not actually sure if my NDA is expired on this conversation yet. I had a conversation with the director of live service operations for a large American video game studio about attrition and retention in competitive live service games. And there was a lot of things in that conversation about how you make competition engaging even when you're losing that I saw mirrored in that Mordhau video as well. So yeah, I don't think it's anything particularly revolutionary. And I mean, you know, Dosh is smart, but he is also just a guy on the internet. But it did remind me a lot of particular issues that World vs. World either struggles with or avoids by virtue of like not really using the skill-based matchmaking as far as I know. But we've almost dealt with half of this. I think nests are prio. Because if I can kill the nests, then I don't have to pull off so often. Okay, I got one down. Just burning bullets, man. Should really be using shells instead. They're just so much more efficient. I thought I had that one. Losing almost has to be desirable, which is difficult to achieve without creating abuse cases. Yeah. Or you have to make losing feel, like, fulfilling in some way. Where it's like you lost, but you learned something, and the reason that you lost is, like, salient to you. Because, like, it circles back to a lot of issues of, like, practicing to improve as well. Where it's like, if you feel like you're just dying to RNG, it's not fun. But if you feel like you're dying in a game that takes skill, and the reason that you're dying is clearly telegraphed by the mechanics of the game, it doesn't necessarily make losing fun, but it makes losing actionable. And so it helps with player retention. And I think that's one of the issues in that Mordhau video that was, like, particularly interesting to me, was that there's some things in Mordhau where you understand why you died, and then there's some things in Mordhau where it's like, I don't understand what this person just did. But I'll see people post, like, Roamer questions or Zerg questions about World versus World. It's like, I think this player was hacking because they one-shotted me. And when you ask them to show a screenshot of the combat log, they're like, what's a combat log? Where it's like, those tools are available, but they're not utilized. Alright, so we can start on the second half of this thing now. Beautiful. This net sucks, man. I hate this. There's 2 down. The idea that skill expression comes heavily from deception in that game means you're incentivized to break it as much as possible to disguise your intentions. Yeah, I found that to be almost like Serlin-esque in a way. Where, Serlin talks about how a lot of fighting games basically just boil down to rock, paper, scissors and feints. It's like the most generalized abstraction of the things that David Serlin has to say about fighting games, but it's like, hopefully you know where I'm going with it. Because there's a second order of feints in a video game, which is that you can just cheat. And you can just abuse the rules of the game rather than functioning inside the game, as long as the rules of the game are rewarding you for trying to, like, obfuscate your actions in some way. Slow progress being made. Can I cut across here yet? I think I can. Just buys me a little bit more room to move. Good shot. Great shot. Yeah, you guys are still here, huh? We probably need to pull off for a bit now. But I think I may have done enough work to this nest that I can just park and shoot at it. Maybe. There's not a ton left. So let's repair it. It's like all worms, actually. I think that's actually all the biters got. It's only worms now. It is only worms. There we go. One down. The second one is not going to be as bad. Still might take a few passes, but it's not going to be as bad. Clear a couple of these out just to see how bad the aggro is from the nest if we drive up to it. Because I think there's only like 4 or 5 spawners left. Yeah. Alright. So kill this wave, and then you should just be able to walk into the rest of it. Go gun mode. Maybe not quite gun mode yet. There you go. Okay. That is one big chunk of territory done. What else do we still need to do? Oh, just like one. That's gonna suck. It's on a cliff. 2. Probably just those 2. We're closer than we think. No, we're fine. Could I make one off cliff explosives? What, you mean a nuclear reactor? I could. But I think I'd rather just shell them. I think this will be just fine. It's actually not that bad now that I'm actually in here shooting at it. Like, this pass will kill everything that's left. There we go. Alright, only one to go, and it's not even that big. We're so close to automation. Oh, like not... Yeah, cliff explosives are locked on volcanoes now. You need calcite to make them, and you need volcanist technology to research them. So yeah, they're gated behind a different planet. I literally can't make cliff explosives specifically. You can make poor man's cliff explosives, which is powering a nuclear reactor and then detonating it next to a cliff, but we don't need to do all that. Holy God. A decent series of artillery shots. Okay. The last wall. The culmination of like 4.5 hours of work. Calling a nuke poor man's is dire. I mean, they're not terribly expensive in the grand scheme of things. And nuclear fuel is obviously like the cheapest thing on the planet in Factorio. I don't know if the reactor actually has to be fully heated or not, now that I think about it. But either way, not a necessary problem. We'll just unlock cliff explosives the normal way. You know, I would. I would put an extra 2 in. It's more damage. Why would, that's actually not where they're supposed to go, though. So no, you wouldn't put 2 more in. Means you also don't need that. But you can put a radar down here. We actually have a really close power line to this. That's great news. Give me a long boy. I can just run you straight back here. And there you are. Alright, so that's on. And then we'll bring you up here. And around to here. Until like right here. And that should be where you connect up to this. I guess I could use this cliff wall, but I don't really want to, because technically it's possible for biters to spread across them. So I'm just going to play it safe and do this. Just run a long wall instead. This is going to net us extra copper, which is kind of nice. Not strictly necessary. I think we have plenty inside the walls already. But kind of nice. And I think you're going to turn in right here. But we're probably not doing all that. Probably not doing all that. Makes me very uncomfortable. I'm gonna landfill that. It's just one corner of landfill. I just hate looking at it. I hate that too. Oh, I hate it. It's so ugly, but I'm gonna leave it for now because I want to go back to building a factory. I want to go automate things. Probably gonna have a radar up here, if I had to guess. And then maybe 2 radars covering the long part of this wall. Vertical part. I think you may have been optimistic about whether you had enough lasers for this. Because I don't think 29 is going to cut it on this length of wall. We'll see. Walls, you will have enough. Power lines, you'll have enough. Laser turrets, I'm really not so sure. Bring the power up with you. So you can at least turn the north part of the wall on. Okay. The wall is enabled. You will have enough wall, but it's going to be closer than you think. You do not have even close to enough turrets. That's fine. Find where your radar is going to go to give you effective coverage. It actually lines up perfectly. Build the walls on the way down, and then we'll go and grab some more laser turrets, and then this wall will be done, and we can build a factory again. We can put this long saga behind us. It is impressive, though. Alright, tank. You're coming with me. We ride. I'm excited to see what's actually, like, on this map after the radar coverage pushes the fog of war back from the wall a bit. See if we can find any better natural chokes that we can extend to that'll give us a couple more resources. Although the size of the nests that I'm finding out here are like... they're not impossible to clear with a tank. You could clear like a nest of any size you wanted with a tank, but they're tedious. They're very tedious to clear, and I don't love that. Alright, park up here. Go get your laser turrets. Am I automating roboports here at all? No, but I could be. Kind of. You don't really have the room. You can just handcraft them if you need to. Handcraft them for long enough that you can get the bus set up, and then you can go from there. Another 50. Take 100 just in case. Check on the nuclear reactor. It's fine, but I'm going to give it some more anyway. Good. Let's go finish this wall. Still no gears, still no red circuits. You would think eventually that this production would back up, but I guess I'm underestimating just how much stuff A goes into blue circuits and B can be held in a steel chest. Because we're not consuming any of it right now. We're not consuming steel. Steel is actually still getting made in the old factory. We're not consuming blue circuits at all. All they do is sit in a train right now. Like, none of it's going anywhere. It's just backing up. But the fact that one blue circuit takes 15 green circuits, and one green circuit takes one iron plate, means that to fill out the 200 times 48 blue circuits, we need to stuff into a train. Plus the 200 times 48 times 6 that we need to load one. There's a lot of iron plates going into those. Is that it? That's it. The wall is done. It's finished. It's over. Next most important priority is production, which is going to involve oil first and then iron. So let's head back to base. Let's get some pump jacks going. And let's go tap 1,000,000 oil wells. We will tap every oil well that we can currently reach that is inside our box of safety. Which is going to also involve a ton of rail expansion, which is going to involve a ton of rail and signals, which is going to involve a ton of green circuits, so we can go steal some of those. That should be pretty good. We're going to need iron plates. We're going to need steel. It's enough for 19 tanks. We have engines for pumps. We're going to need a pipe and a pipe underground. And then we're going to need every rail. You are beginning to run out of iron ore as well, which has me concerned. I could also... I can redesign you really quick. to increase your throughput. And you... Let's establish you as the main connection that's powering everything downstream. Because then I can take all of this out. So we're going to clip you back to here. That's about the best we can do with that. Where before there were 2, now there are 6. Should be good. If we're doing oil first, we do not need belts. We just need pipe and a bunch of rail. And I'm not fricking around when I say we need rail. So let's go hop in the tank. And let's begin this process. I don't think I'll need a second oil train. I think one oil train will be fine, because oil just doesn't produce that quickly. But we can see. Also, I don't need to take the tank. I can take the car. I can just go zoom in. Don't need pollution anymore. Show me crude oil, please. We've got 2 out here that are basically on where the main line is going to run. Let's go do it. Take a blueprint with you. And then just stamp it onto the end. Because I want to see if you can avoid this lake. You can avoid this lake. Can you also avoid the oil well? No. You're going to hit the oil well. So which way do I want you to turn? If you go up, eventually you're going to hit an iron mine, a stone mine, 2 iron ore mines. You could go like up through that gap, and then you could do a 90. I think that would be pretty good. What corner do I need? I need this corner. But rotated and then flipped. Yes, exactly correct. And then I need a straight rail, which I can grab from here. That fits through perfectly. Alright, so I don't need to build any further than that for now. This is going to stem off into something like this. Need you to cooperate? There we go. That'll work. And do I need to have you run up here as well? I guess it doesn't hurt to future-proof. So sure. Not the tidiest junction you'll ever see, but a functional junction. And then signal it. You're a chain. you will be a chain. Kind of. I don't know. Looks good enough. We'll see if it deadlocks. Good enough for me. And then how many oil patches do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is not going to be a big one. But we'll knock it out nonetheless. You can go like that. This rock needs to get cleared out. You can go like this. And then I think this might end up being the main pipe. Here, here, and here. Underground here, underground here. Underground here. And then the train station's just going to come in like this. Let's go find an oil station. Should probably have radar coverage on this eventually, but this will do for now. I think I would like to have you flipped. I think I'll also extend you out a little bit. Maybe to like here. And then we take this whole part. And we just do this with it. Something like that. This is oil pickup. I need 10 tanks. It's going to use up all the iron that I brought, but that's fine. We can stop at base later. That can also go. What's your problem? Oh, you can't reach. That's fine. Sin, that's a very good alphabet. Well done. So you're green to green. That will turn the station off, which means this train should no longer be confused. He's going to be confused anyway, because he wanted to try and go here before the station turned off. His loss, I guess. Let's power these. Something like that should work pretty well. And then where can I plug you in? There's a power line right over here that you should be able to grab off of. How about that? Reaches with just 2 of them. 0, connect these pumps, or connect these tanks. Oil station done. Not quite. Need to signal, and then also need to run rail back to it. And then path. Alright, car. You're not really going to help me lay this track any faster, but I also don't want to have to come back for you. So you're coming along with me anyway. Done. Done. Train can now successfully reach new oil well, and as soon as it fills up, double check your condition. You want a radar out there too, actually. I want visual on it. Not you visual, like sight visual. You know what I mean. Good? Looks good. Food. Oil. Can't reach that. Can reach that. That one should be relatively easy to plug in. I just loop you around that cliff. Send you straight out. It will also hit copper eventually, and it'll probably be the main line that leads out to this portion. We're going to need more iron to make more tanks. But I think everything else... we're going to need pump jacks, too, which we'll probably also need iron for. But I think everything else we're still good on. Not looking. I'm fine. Does that work for you? Yeah, up to 33. Looks like it works great. So, here we have 1, 2, 3, we have 6 again. Get those spun up. I think you're going to point up. 3 of you are probably going to point backwards. You could actually all point forwards. You're going to point this way. You're going to have the master pipe. And you're going to hook in something like that. Well, that one came together fast. Let's get the station plugged in. Let's get the junction wrangled first, actually. I think the junction is actually going to be a little difficult to cram into that cliffside. So number one, you're not going to have this junction. No, wait, maybe you do? No, you don't, because this is a junction that's going to come off of... Yeah, I need this junction, but double tracked. Alright, let's see what you can come up with. You could maybe actually just do this. What are your movements? You need... You don't need... You actually don't need... No, you do. Because you go like this. You don't need this connection. This connection's wrong. That doesn't need to exist. You need this connection. Yeah. And then you need this connection. If you would just cooperate. You don't want to cooperate. And then you need this. You have that movement. You need this movement. You need that movement. Okay. Not as painful as I thought. Remember that this is an active rail. You should not stand on it. And no one's going to make this turn, but... Just be careful where you're standing is all. And I think you're mad because you need this guy. And then that guy. Should work, might not work, we'll see. Then, grab a nice long section of this. And just run it right along here. Should be good enough. This you only need to take as far as the oil well. Just right about there. And then this is a junction you've built a million times before. It's this guy. Well, no, you need to figure out where the train is going to park first. I think this station would look cool if train came in like this. I think that would be neat. So that's the way we're going to do it. Yeah. That's the way we're going to do it. So you're not actually the terminus then. I do hate that you jiggle a bit. I can fix that though. I like that more. Then this rail is going to come down like this. You're going to get a train station. We need 10 of these. Put a radar in. Start attaching your pipe. This one's going to flow in like that. And you don't need to be underground, obviously. Then we need 12 of these. While you craft, we can put the straight pipes in. Also need to figure out where this thing is going to pull power from. Probably from this copper mine? I should draw it from that line instead, actually. Because I don't know how long that copper mine is actually going to exist. I don't want to accidentally cut power to other parts of the base when that copper mine closes. Also, speaking of, you are out of copper plates. This electricity grid is a huge mess. But it does still power everything. One more will reach. Almost. There. And then I'm going to need to power these oil wells as well. Which is going to be a little complicated by the fact that I have no power lines left. But we can run back to base quick and get some more. For now, we'll just put this track in. Use our handy-dandy main line into one-way junction. Trim the power poles we don't need. Continue each of these stubs out a little bit. Wrong. Something like that. Wrap you around here. Wrap you around here. Why does my signaling on the inside of this junction feel so busted? I don't know. I guess we'll just see if it breaks. Oh, because this whole thing overlaps. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. I think that fixes it. Yeah. That works. Should probably go back and do that to the other oil well then. Alright. Head back to base, get car. You can plug the pumps in for the time being. Get car, finish rail. Close, but not quite. No trains coming. Dude, I'm starting to get excited about this rail layout. If that train leaves, it's actually kind of a problem. Get in your car. I thought I actually stopped it. Whoops. You never want to see your train get run over in front of you, or your car get run over in front of you. That's not the way you want to... That's not the way you want to be parking. Here, 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 and here. That's all 6 of those pumps on. Where to next? 1 and 2, and these are a ways out. Okay, what is the most logical place to branch this rail network off then? Because this junction is already really crowded. I don't want to splinter off there. I almost want to splinter here. Cut straight across, duck around this copper, hit this iron, and then cut back up and clip this iron. And eventually that brings it out to like here, where I can hit some uranium, big iron patches. We could also think about making a loop coming down from the circuit. So I think for that one, we're going to pull it all the way down, almost to where the water pickup is. And that's where that one is going to start. Okay, radar coverage out here. Do you have the materials you need for that? No, you need more engines. We'll go park up at base quick. No trains coming. You might also need to get topped up on rails, because this is going to be a long rail. I can't remove that power pole. It actually powers the lines. Okay, what did you need? You needed rail. You needed engines. You are okay on pipe, but you might want to grab a little more. You are really fine on everything else. I think we're chilling. Thanks for the follow, Bladed Mule. Welcome. Take all of our delicious rail. Pump jacks? You can make 17. What are you short on for that? Iron. You should grab a couple gear wheels. 39. That is a much healthier number. So these are the last 2 oil wells we want to tap, and then we're going to be moving on to iron. And I think as soon as we tap 1 or 2 more iron mines, we're probably good to turn the mall on. Oil's going to take forever to build up, though, because we're running a 1-4, and it just moves a ton of oil at once. So those trains are not going to run for some time. Grab this new junction. No, I need a 90-degree mainline to mainline connection. Have I made one of those yet? No. I've only made 2-way into 1-way. Okay. Well, we will make one now. These movements are going to be fairly straightforward. You're going to go like that. You're going to go like this. You're going to go like that. Signaling. Remember, this is technically a live rail. You don't want to spend a ton of time idling on the tracks if you can help it. Only the water train comes down here, and I don't think the water train runs that often, but still. An ounce of prevention is a pound of cure and all that. Done. And then we run the world's longest rail. It's not that long, but we're going to be going for a little while. Clear some of these surrounding trees out so I can see what I'm doing in here. Also kill some of the dead growth in the middle. And how far are you gonna go? You're gonna go all the way to the copper. To about there, and then you're gonna need to turn. Bring the car. Also, while you're down here, finish your signals. Why is this unsignaled? Who left this unfinished? Surely not me. Probably good enough? We'll say it's good enough. You never know. We might need to run a second water train, and then the signals are better. Okay. Too slow. Then, I think I can get away with a shallow turn. Is why I use 45s unless you absolutely have to. So that would be one of these. I think. And then it would be one of these. But flipped a bit. Yeah, that'll just barely avoid the copper field. And then it would be one of these. Oh, that's a non-standard gauge that I used over there. That's unfortunate. One of these then. Okay. We should just barely be able to fit in miners. If we can't, then I can push this track back a bit. But I'm reasonably sure that'll fit. And then this is also where we need to turn off, basically. Because the oil field is right down there. Actually, maybe I want to come at it like right there, so I need to go a little further. Let's try about like that. And then we'll move it down a bit. Inserter's done. Let's work on some stuff that uses blue science for a bit, because I think our purple science is having trouble keeping up. Okay. So that's the main line for this portion done. Let's go set up the oil well. We have in this field... Oh god, there's a power line right there. How lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll make ourselves 8 pump jacks. How do I want to plug you in? Actually, I think I might want to do this. There's a method to this madness, it's fair. And it looks a little something like this. And then where would you plug in? Here, maybe? Could do that. Okay, that's everything connected. Let's get everything powered. Ugly, but sure. Okay, all oil wells running. We need to grab a station. And we would like to load on the near side. We'll be grabbing you. You will go right about here. Right about here, I would say. We will have you be the grand connector. We will need 10 tanks. Did I not grab engines? I didn't grab engines. Nah, we'll have to go back to the base for it. Although at this point I'm far enough away that I kind of want to just summon the oil train here. Nah, it's going to be too much work to mess with the station renaming. I'll just drive. I can drive straight north and it'll be fine. There we go. Give me my radar. Give me power poles. Give me a train station. Oh, and then power you, I guess. so that you stop complaining. So this is just going to be a really long single track until it goes to plug in to the main line. We're also getting plenty of wood out of this. We can make new power poles. Give me this modified junction that has good signaling. Why are you two mad? Oh, because these need to be rotated. The blueprint doesn't know what it's doing when it copies and pastes. There you go. Now you're happy. So you're running. Good. Explosives done. Give me a beacon. Oh, why are you not powered? What's wrong, friend? There you go. Now you're happy. I have mined 30k of 200k oil required to turn that station. It's gonna be a little while. And then the one thing I want to check when I get back to base is the oil train currently running? Or is it waiting on stations to fill up? I would hope that between the 4 oil fields that I'm currently mining, it has something to do. But with the oil train, who knows, man? So what's your problem right now? You want to go to pick up crude oil, but you can't. This station is off. It's at 198 of 200. That's at 100 of 200. That's at 174 of 200. That's at 40 of 200. I think they're still kicking off. I think. I hope they're still kicking off. And that's the reason why there's slowdowns. Let's grab a lot of extra engines, because you're also going to do a second oil patch after this. 20 underground pipes? You may want another stack of those. Rail, you'll be fine on. That's plenty. Iron, you're going to need more. So go grab a little extra iron. You can pilfer it from right over here. I'm concerned that you're not running Copper Train. Oh, you're not, because you take so freaking long to unload. I gotta fix that. Well, no, I don't, because this entire base is about to be obsolete. I can actually ignore that problem. Yes, it takes a very long time to unload, but it's okay. Hop in. Make 20 of these. Goes without saying, but I am loving space right now. When we actually turn things on, it's going to be even better. Like, we're not basically even automating science right now. So you... I want you to... I think you're going to intersect that iron, actually. You are. So I need to curl you back up. Is that a cliff? That is a cliff. In that case, I want to continue to run you at this shallow angle. Right about here. That's not going to work. That is cutting it a little too close to that iron to be safe. I'm going to need you to run you at an aggressive upward angle like this. And then sharp turn at the top. And I think I can just barely get north of that oil. So let's try and map this all out. We're going to take you. No, you need the sharp angle. The shallow angle one is not going to work. You need this guy. No, is that the guy? No, you need a sharper angle guy. Do you have the right guy for that? You may have never used that guy before. Somewhere that's not a switch, anyway. Well, here's what you can do. You can take this. And that'll kind of work. If you just rip a bunch of parts off of it. Like, all of this, basically. And you can clear all these signals up as well, I guess, and the radar and the power pole. And you don't need that blueprint. Okay. That's fine. It's this track that is the problem. I do want it to be one wider. Wait, where'd I get you from? Hold on. Did I get you from here? Yeah, you're not supposed to be that wide. What the hell did I do here? That's too wide. You need to pull it back by one. But it's not like that, is it? It is? You lying to me right now? You are lying to me right now. You liar. Freaking liar, man. We're gonna have to fix that portion of the main line. Otherwise, it's gonna drive me nuts when I try and copy and paste it. It's all wrong. Kill all of this. It's so wrong. And then do it again, but right. Using this. No, it's still wrong. What the hell? What am I... Alright, try this instead. Pull this guy all the way back. And build off of here. And then just see how it wants to let you connect. That's so ugly. That's so inconceivably ugly. Alright, fine. This section of rail is just going to be on a different gauge. Can't tell you why, but it's how it's going to work, and maybe we'll go back and fix it later, but probably not. Because this is going to work just fine, and it looks better. So you're going to get to the top about here, probably closer to here. And then you're going to need to turn again. You can actually go like there. You've gotten that ever so slightly wrong, but it's okay, it's fixable. Okay. That carries you up and over the iron. Which you'll actually be back down here fairly soon to plug that iron in. So this track is actually going to see quite a bit of use. And then you continue across like this. But this is going to bring you basically into direct conflict with the oil field. Yes. Okay, but we have the opportunity to do something really cool. What are you going to do really cool, you might ask? We're going to have this rail run very close to the oil, but not actually touch it. And when you're on the train and you ride past it, oh, it's going to look really nice, because you'll be like, whoa, I'm driving a train past an oil field. It's important to remember the aesthetic in these things. This doesn't actually need to be deconstructed. This does, though. So you swing around here, you're going to swing up here and around here. Something about that corner still looks off to me, but I don't know what. Alright, let's go get the car. We're getting a little far from the car. I wish for the car to hasten my journey. Car to me. And then with your expanded radar coverage, car, I would like you to plug this in. Which should take us as far as we need to go into that open field. Also, thank God we automated rails. It didn't take us very long, and we've definitely gotten our money's worth out of it. That's done. This oil field, unfortunately, appears to be very small. It is only 5, but it's kind of far away, so the yield should still be okay. We're gonna go 5. And I think they can all just mine, like, into the middle. We'll have a central pipe that runs, like, this way. we'll have a spur that comes down this way, which I could probably... Oh, wait. We don't have to rush. About here looks like it should be pretty equidistant. So little baby field. Little baby oil field. Where do I get power for this thing? From up here. We'll go run a power line down here. Probably could have taken the car for this. Nope, there it is. Never mind, we're good. Love that. Love that. Now how's the station gonna fit in here? I want this style of station. I think loading right here seems perfectly fine. Let me make sure I can fit a junction in here. It's tight. I actually might need to pull you back a little bit. Like, here should be pretty good. Just so I can make sure I have enough room for a train to pull into this thing without its ass hanging out onto the main line. Okay. Work on some of you. Put your radar in. Hook these up. Need 4 more of those. What did I run out of? Steel. Okay. Well, you guys start... I was gonna say filling these tanks up, but literally you can't. I can make you 1. You can fill 1 tank up. I can give you the pumps that you need. I can give you the train station. I can't. I have no steel. I must return to base. I can put signals in before I leave, actually. I don't think it particularly matters, but it's the principle of the thing. Make sure we rotate the chain signals when we place them. Power, you and me against the world. We need to go get some steel, and then oil is done. And then we move on to iron. And iron is the big one. Because when iron turns back on, the base turns back on. I would be willing to bet that by the time we get back to base, there's still not going to be gears. But maybe there are, since plastic will have caught up. You never know. Hello, steel train. Don't mind if I do. That's everything I need to build the last oil station. Park you up here. Plug your tanks in. Plug your station in. You're good to go. I believe that's oil done. We can't. Let's check. Crude oil. Not occupied outside the wall. 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 And outside the wall. That's all the crude oil that we can reach. Everything that we can access is now plugged into the network. So, we're going to go back to base. We're going to drop off all of the accessories for fluid stations that we don't need, and we're going to pick up all the accessories for mining stations that we do need. We're also going to check on the reactor, because the reactor is probably starting to run low on fuel. Oh, we're not. Because we still have 100. Plastic definitely looks like it's caught up now. That is a saturated belt. So I would say the oil train has begun to run in earnest. And as soon as more oil gets dumped into that refinery, everything else should happen fairly quickly. Okay, you're good. Let's check. Yeah, oil train's gone, man. The tanks have oil in them, and the oil train has departed. In fact, there it is coming back. That is great. Okay, oil train, saturated. Wonderful job. Lovely. Let's clear some inventory space out to do the same to iron. First thing we can do, dump all of this normal ammo into the piercing rounds assemblers. Other thing we can do, double up on this pole to get this patch gone. Wow, okay, that was fast. How much is actually here? 502? Yeah, you're going to be working on that one for a little while. I know, you don't have power, I know. There you go. Okay. That should be gone by the time we come back. You guys have some of these normal rounds. I have no need for them. You train, rail manufacturer, you can have some of this stone. I have no need for it. And then what do I need? I'm going to need a ton of belts. I'm going to need a ton of inserters. Let's say 3 reds. I'm going to need every belts. And I'm probably going to need like 20 splitters and 10 undergrounds, I would say. So let's go steal some iron from the iron train. Something like that. And then miners. And power poles. And steel for boxes. And that should be it. And probably some rail. But probably not as much rail as you think. Because I think we just built a lot of our rail infrastructure. And I don't think we're going to have to reach very far to plug new stuff in. Maybe. So iron. Where does iron go? Iron ore. I don't love having to branch you off of the circuits. And I wonder if there's a better way to do those. Actually, I could junction here and pull that up to grab both of those. Maybe that's best. And then we've got an easy one here, an easy one here, an easy-ish one here, and an easy-ish one here. Let's start with the ones up by the circuits first. So I want to branch you off of this, right here. I'll use my fancy new junction. Let's use one that doesn't include oil refineries. Or, pump jacks. And I'm just going to slot you in, like, right here, because it's in the middle. What that means is... Well, first let's clear some inventory space out so we can fit our power poles in. Also, this is live track, so be careful. And not just live track, but this is busy track. That frees up inventory space. You can start making power poles. Then you're also going to need signals. This is no longer going to be a rail signal. This is not going to be a rail signal. And this is not going to be a rail signal. They're all going to be chain signals. Excuse you. What can I put down? Oh, plastic. There we go. So this is going to be a fairly congested portion of this rail network. And there isn't really anything that I can do about it, because it's just where a lot of trains need to be moving to make circuits. So I think we just kind of have to deal. I am going to sever you. Oh, I hate that I can't see them. You need to make more space. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's one. Also, shouldn't this be in robot range? You know, it might be. It is. We can have robots do this. The benefits of being close to the base. Where is my mining? One, two, 3, 4, It's going to produce 5 belts of ore. And we need them to be this far out for full coverage. Then we can trim the excess off. Actually, that power pole needs to stay. That can go. This entire row can go. That entire row can go. So you got materials for this? You should. But I don't immediately see anybody coming to help. And that confuses me. I don't have an advanced circuit. I can get an advanced circuit. I will go get one advanced circuit. And then I'll make a box for you, and I'll put the item that you crave in the box. Just kidding, I can't hold it. Mad? Now I can? No longer mad. Something's wrong here. You need to have a signal. Alright. Robots, are you ready? Do something with that. Where are all my bots? 0 bots in network. Did I grab them all? I have 50 on me, but like, where did the other ones go? Are they in an orphaned network? There's 20 over there. But I don't have an orphaned network right now. Where did my other 100 bots go? I must have put them in a box and forgotten about them. Which, you know, depending on your interpretation of robot rights, is possibly like my bad or something. In my defense, I didn't mean to. So let's kick this on. And then let's reconnect the radar array that we have up north. We are going to need a 5 to 4 balancer. That is going to slot in here. We are going to need to borrow belts from our robot friends. There's the 5 to 4 done. Plug the rest of the outputs in. And then figure out how you're going to load it onto a train. You need a 5 to 4 iron loader. You are going to more than likely flip this horizontally to get it to cooperate with you. No, vertically. Yeah, something like that. But then you also want to see how it's going to line up with your station. So build it just outside of robot range. No, this is a dumb idea. Do you have an iron station that loads the other way? No, you don't need to do that either. Copy and paste the whole thing. Just grab all of it. Put it, like, here. Get rid of the turrets. Get rid of the poles. Get rid of the belts, because you don't want the robots to actually do that. Instead, you want the robots to do this. There we go. Station with minimal effort. Speaking of, give it the actual station. Give it the boxes, give it the inserters. Give it the splitters. Give it the power it so desperately craves. Because that also wires up the station to the circuit network. Power it. And then plug the rest of the inserters in, I guess. Definitely plug the boxes in so that the mines can continue to work on something. So they aren't just sitting there idle. And then lights. Oh, you have lights on you already. You don't need to hack any things. Then power back up your radar array. Then plug a junction in. And this needs to be extremely not complicated. That's about all that takes. You're gonna have another one there. Alright, so that's one iron mine plugged in. Let's go do the second one. Where'd I park my car? Car? You're all the way down here. I got you. I almost wonder if we should have a second iron train, because iron does have like 3 destinations. 2 destinations. It stops at iron smelting, and it stops at steel smelting. So you could afford to have 2 iron ore trains. But let's see what kind of throughput we get when we just turn a couple mines on first. Because it may be that 1 train is enough to supply both of those stations, because we're just not consuming the outputs that fast. We'll see. And then this is great. You're just going to run directly into this mine. Get all these trees out of the way. We have easy power right here and available. It's like this mine was destined to be mined. We won't even have to signal it at this end. Because we already took care of that at the Y. Okay, decent start for now. Flip this one horizontally. Where's my lineup? There it is. Trim this back. Trim this back. Trim this back. Hey, Quaggan. How are you? What the hell happened here? There we go. Weird. Alright, positives. This is going to be a straight up 4 to 4. We don't actually need to balance anything that comes out of this. So give me a 4 to 4 throughput unlimited balancer. Stick it here. Nap. It's, I mean, you're Pacific, so that's, like, not as catastrophic as it could be. But, yeah, good luck dealing with that. How's the factory? The factory is finally safe. We have completed the perimeter defenses. We have surrounded 100% of the factory with a wall that is also supported by turrets to shoot enemies who try to get into my factory. And so now that that's done, I can expand with reckless abandon like I am a steel magnate from the 1940s. I can go Andrew Carnegie mode. Elevated rail done, train braking force. Am I gonna have enough belt to... Man, I should have enough belt. Unless this is literally my last stack. No, we're chill. We're good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna need 4 more of those. Plug some power in. Dude, just being able to drag the power pole is actually kind of sick. Ah, I missed one there. It's pretty close at approximating where I actually wanted to put it. Then... Oh, we have plenty of miners for this. Then, let the mining begin. Wrong. Okay. Mines achieved. This rail is going to come in like this. This is going to be a cool looking station. Because the rail is going to come in, and it's going to stop like here. And the mines are going to be like right there. You're going to be loading ore trains right in front of the mines. You're going to be like, whoa, it's so efficient. And let's see, what kind of station do we want here? We actually want you, but exactly mirrored. I believe. Yep. That is exactly what we need. We just don't want that part. And we don't want that part. here. You used NA Alliance Discord, and now you're tired. I do have 2 missed pings. What chaos have you sown in... I was going to say my Discord, but it's not my Discord. People just think it's my Discord. I'm going to assume one of them is a team ping. And one of them is a global ping. Like in general chat. You don't have nearly enough steel to actually set this thing up. You can make a station. That's gonna suck. Because I'm gonna have to rewire that box. At least plug the station in. Go connect that so you can at least... you can't let the bug eat it steel. Alright, let me check to make sure these pings aren't urgent. Can blame Azure for this. He is tagging. Love to see that. Direct messages. Friend request. Rachel. More. Rachel has an anime PFP. Initial impressions. Probably somebody who wants to sell art commissions, but I'm unable to check shared servers. And also there's no corresponding message. It's literally just an anime PFP. So, initial impressions, probably somebody who wants to sell an art commission, but it's possible that we have shared servers. They're DMing because I did say in a recent YouTube video that I would be happy to talk about World versus World with anyone who has questions. So we're not going to write that one off immediately. But expectations are very low. You guys ever notice that every single person on Twitch who wants to sell you art commissions happens to be like a college-age woman? It's a weird coincidence. I wonder why that is. I wonder why there's so many college-age women working on art commissions on Twitch to pay the bills. It's one of those things that makes you think. Things that make you go, huh? Turn this on, and then don't forget to wire this one. And that is my number 2 set up. So, the question is whether I think that's enough iron. Let's say that, hypothetically, the gear strain still hasn't shown up. I was going to say, let's say that hypothetically it is, but the gear strain not arriving really puts a damper on that theory. Unless there's actively a train coming here. You're waiting at 141 iron pickup? Why? Oh. That's interesting. So there's 11,000 iron ore waiting to get picked up here. But it's all in these middle 2 chests, and so the train loads very slowly. The easiest way to fix that is going to be to make another iron train. The second easiest way to fix that would be researching stack inserters. Or rather, automating stack inserters. But I'm not going to deal with that right now. And I'm just going to make a second iron train instead. We need steel plate. Say no more, I can do this. Hey, we were thinking about doing a second iron train anyway, and this is just going to be an easy solution to that. as for where we put you, I think we're going to assemble you at the refueling station so that you can immediately be fueled. Trains coming? No trains coming. That's a problem. That's a solution. Sorry about that disruption, everybody. Water train, lovely to see you. Lovely to see you actually doing things. I was worried that the water train was going to be overkill. But the fact that I see the water train working makes me feel like he was not overkill. And actually, he's very necessary for the amount of water that oil refinery actually consumes. So you go here, here, here. We go find any iron train. Any iron ore trains in chat? You're probably still loading. Yeah, there you are. And then go forth. You should actually just go to any pickup you can reach right now. Yeah. See ya. See ya later. So he's gonna load. I do wish you were a little faster, but what are you doing? Is that the coal train? That is the coal train. Nice. Coal also getting used up. And then when you're full, where are you going to go? God, it takes so long to load. I need stack inserters. I need the gear factory to turn on. See, here's the thing I don't like about this current setup. This station is currently saying, yes, you can send me a train, when it's really only loading out of those two boxes. And those two boxes are slow to load. So it's hurting my iron ore throughput overall. I almost want to just set up another iron train. If they're gonna take that long to load, then why would I not just set up like 3 or 4 even? Is what I'm thinking. Because like you're unloading now, and that's fine. That's good. We love that for you. These should probably be stack inserters. Just to get it off even faster. And then where are you going? Yeah, you're going to the one that's going to take you forever to load, but here's the bright side. Second iron ore train. Queued up and waiting in an awkward place to do it, but it shouldn't snarl the main line up too much, because this stop only summons trains when it can hold iron ore. And then you're going to unload, and where are you going to go after that? You're probably going to go here, because that station's on. This station's also on. All of them want trains. But then where is the iron plate train? It's not at Gears. Iron plate train is dropping off at the main bus. Are you immediately ready to pick up when you get back? No. You're not. I think you should be, but you're not. Huh. So I think the biggest issue we have right now is not in how much iron plates we generate. Also, yeah, that's fine. I think the issue is not in how many iron plates we generate. I think the issue is actually in how fast we load them on trains. 15 of 16. Okay, I think it just turned on. I just want to observe this system for a little bit longer. And how depleted are you? You're still at 32. So the next place, there's 2 places this train can go. It can either go to Green Circuits, which is, it's being immediately requested. So that's probably where it's going to go. And this is consuming iron. Yeah, I need stack inserters. I think I need stack inserters. So let's go pick up some red circuits. I think I need about 100 stack inserters. And I need to put them at iron stations. I think that's going to be the easiest way to solve the throughput issue. Red circuit train left. Where did you go? You dropped off at blue circuits. So you're working. That's good. You are a dying ore patch, but that's okay. Because technically you're feeding into obsolete infrastructure right now. If we needed steel, we could just pipe a train into it instead of this patch, but we want to drain this patch anyway, so we might as well just keep it working. And then let's go pick up some gears so that we can make a couple stack inserters. Or bulk inserters, or whatever they're called. Chill here. Something like that. You're going to be out of greens? I can go get more greens. A.m. We will probably not go to space today. Make another 10. But we've made really good progress today. There are many things that happened today that needed to get done. So the iron ore trains are queuing to get into this station. I want to unload them as fast as possible. I do not want you sitting here in this station. And then I'm going to ride you to wherever you go next. Also have 9 iron ore that I had in my inventory for some reason. I already know what iron ore station you're going to go to. You're going to go to the one that's due north. It will have turned on already. Oh, he skipped it. Okay. Hold on. Different things are happening. And then here. Just as fast as possible. In fact, switch you to automatic here real quick. Because I want to finish these inserters. But, like, you can see the difference. This car is done. This car is at 700. The bulk inserters are about 3 times as fast at loading and unloading. So when we're trying to move as much of this junk as possible, that's going to make a big difference. Also, let's see how my pollution cloud is doing. It's actually smaller? Huh. Okay. I didn't expect it to be smaller. But I guess it's fine. I love riding the train. That feels great. I feel like I have built something that has a function and performs it, and it's lovely. And we have loaded that train fast enough that it is able to keep the belt saturated. So this is all very good. These are positive things that are happening. The coal is done. We can rip all of this down. This means that we need to summon a coal train into the main base. If we were still using the main base. I don't think it's really... This is also going to kill the steel, actually. It's also going to kill your stone. I don't think it matters. I really, genuinely don't. Because we're really close to just... Oh, it kind of does. You can find another place for that iron ore. You can redirect that iron ore to somewhere more productive. All I want to see is an iron train go to gears. Can I just see one iron plate train that's interested in going to gears, please? You're dropping off a green circuit. The bulk inserters feel like they're helping, so I guess let's keep making more of them. I just want to load and unload trains quickly. So for that, we're going to need gears. We are going to need... Well, not really anything. That's another 15. Although you'd really like to have 24 for a loading station, I guess? And 16 for an unloading station? Alright, we'll go work on it. If I could just... Oh, wait. Something just got some... Oh, no. Wait. Why did that close that block off? Oh, because it could only go down. Okay, sure. Also, you need signaling. I'm not sure why you don't have it, but you need it. God, I just love that the base moves, man. Everything is just moving all the time. This has bulks already. I'm gonna ride you, though. Wherever you go next, I want to go. Actually, I don't. That was a little risky. It left immediately after I was done. I want to give you bulks. Because I want plates to load faster. And then wherever you go, I want plates to unload faster too. So let's hop on board. Iron is starting to catch up at green circuits. It's not caught up yet, but it's starting to. And it's almost caught up at reds, and it is empty at blues. But I think this is starting to work. I think we're starting to clear the production backlog. Let's see where you go. You will probably go to green circuits. If I wanted to set up a really smart system for this, I would have the whole thing run off of like a decider combinator that compared all the signals it was getting from all the iron stations and selected the iron station that had like the greatest production deficiency or something like that, but I'm not doing all that. If you don't make enough, you just need to make more. Easy as. That's slowly climbing up. Let's see where you go next. You're having to wait a long time to clear that junction. But I don't think there's anything I can really do about it. Iron ore drop-off, second iron ore drop-off waiting. That queuing is fine. Copper ore getting unloaded. That's fine. It's not a bottleneck right now. Iron is the only bottleneck I'm worried about. And the iron ore is starting to be topped up. So once the iron ore is topped up, this is our throughput limiter. And this is our throughput limiter. But I don't think they will be. I really don't. I'm pretty sure I can run a base off of the equivalent of one blue belt. For the time being. Anyway, I can hop out of you. You're chilling. You're doing fine. You still want to have more. You were waiting on plastic. So the fact that that's getting unloaded now is going to clear your backlog out. That's going to let you fill the red circuit train. That is an iron ore train going to pick up. So here's what I can do while I wait. I can begin to get the infrastructure plugged in for what I want to do on the bus. I think I think we've done as good as we can without pasting an entire second iron smelting factory, which is not something that I'm ready to do as I'm preparing to leave for Volcanus. Like, I just don't feel like I need it. Instead, I'm not going to need 100, but give me 100 anyway. I'm probably going to need a couple extra belts. I'm probably going to need a couple extra splitters. You're low on iron plates. That is your problem right now? You're really low on iron plates. Okay. Give me 15 of these. And let's see if I can build both of these from memory. So on one side, we'll have all these BT2s. On one side, we're going to go space, belt, inserter. And I'll line you up maybe like starting here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Something like this, I think. You are splitter. You are underground. You are belt. Splitter. Belt. Underground. Splitter. Belt. Underground. It's something like this. And this is iron plates. This is red plus green circuits. Yeah, you don't need the splitter. This is just red plus green circuits. This is going to be your lubricant. Fine. You're going to insert like that. You're going to go like that. And then this belt is reds. So you're going to go like this, and you're going to go underground. Because you're going to run like this. And I think... I want to cheat so bad and just look up how to make this thing. But I'm not gonna. That'd be intellectually dishonest. These definitely do this. I actually think I might do this with you instead. Because then I can do this. And I could do a little something like that. Just so we have a little bit of overflow where we can put extras. So, how else does this work? Well, these both need gears. These both need gears. And you need gears. And then these both need gears, and you need gears. So you pull in like this and like this. You pull in like this and like this. You pull in like this, I guess. Does that seem right? Oh, you don't need gears. Never mind. My bad. Then how does this one work? Because you need gears. So you need this splitter. You need gears. You need gears. I gotta have you do that. You can go like this. You can go like this. And then I can do one of these and go like this. And you're fine. Although you need this. You need gears. You have gears. You also need gears, and you also need gears. So you probably go like this and like this. And then you probably go like this. And then this belt is purely gears. I think that's right. So you take a split here, and you take a split here. Is there a more elegant way to do this? I don't really think so. You run through here, and then balance it again for that one. And then you need to power this monstrosity. Use big power pulls. It's going to make your life so much easier. It's even kind of symmetrical, but not quite. But it could be. If you just put another splitter here. Yeah, pseudo-symmetrical. Oh, you also need to bring iron into this, though. How are you going to do that? I see how you're going to do that. You just need a little sampling of iron at the front to get the yellow belt started. Works for me. Let's also go visit the nuclear reactor. Make sure he's doing okay. He's at 34. He's fine, but we'll still top him up. You have 50 bucks. Why did you not come to help? I'm so confused. You had material. Oh, maybe you didn't. You know what? You were actually out of belt. Maybe that's why. Oh well. Not a problem anymore. I think that works, man. I think that's belt's done. Also, while I'm at it, let's make these passive providers. Because I do want this mall to be logistics capable. And then if we want the mall to be logistics capable, that also means we need to figure out where we can place our roboport so that we have perfect coverage over it. So let's also go and do that. And then we just wait on any gears train and any red circuit train to show up. Any day now, surely. Extend these out. So, if I want to have logistics coverage over this whole thing, starting right here seems like a pretty natural place to put one. Actually, starting like right here seems like a pretty natural place to put one. And then I want a second one. I want to see how far back it can go. And yeah, we'll have to figure out how to power you and all that. Just cool your jets. No gears train yet. I cried. It's because the green circuit factory keeps eating literally all of my iron. Okay, but good news, the red circuit stop has turned off. When this train is full, it will go to the mall. And then how far up can I put you? You can go up to here. So this is the bounds of the mall. This is as far up and down as the mall can go. So with that one done, let's also get to work on the splitter factory, or the inserter factory. Which is going to be something, if I'm remembering correctly, like this. And this is a weird one, if I'm remembering correctly. So your reds, your yellows, your blues, and your greens. You insert into here, and into here, and into here. You insert into here. You insert into here, and you insert into here. You split here and pull into here. You pull into here. You pull into here. You split and pull into here. And then down this side is plates and gears. I think. I think it's something like that. So give me some splitters, give me some undergrounds. We're going to have the same branch off here. You are reds. So you're going to need a handful of undergrounds here. Need a handful of belts here. The red train will be coming to pay us a visit soon. You also need to get trimmed, actually. So I can move these back to here. And then you're going to run into a splitter here. Nope, I'm back from that. Here. Also, this belt was wrong. But we'll clean it up. Then your gears, so you're going to hit a split here. And iron is going to hit a split here. Here. Because I need to work around this. This roboport's actually in a really nasty spot. I am just going to move you up. You're going to live here instead. It's inconvenient, but I can make it work. I could make it work, in theory. But I don't need to. I can just move you down, and then I can move you down. Sure. I can't imagine the mall is going to need to be much bigger than that. Famous last words. The mall will never be bigger than this, he says, building a tiny fucking mall. Also running out of belts completely. No train coming. How you doing on power these days, anyway? So fine, actually. Like, not even beginning to tax the grid. Right. Plug all of this in. You're going to need to go underground here and come back out here. You two are going to go like that. This splitter can actually just come off of here now that the RoboPort is out of the way. And you're going to come like this. Pull copper up so it feels like it's involved, even though it doesn't do anything yet. You'll matter more when we get to, like, gun turrets. Yeah, that's gears. You wanna split that off. And then that doesn't even need to be underground anymore. It'd be above ground. But this needs to go underground. Tidy up our cabling a little bit. And that should be, as far as I know, inserters automated, but we're not really gonna know. Oh my god, the gear dropped off plates. The gears train is operational. Okay. We're making gears. We're making gears. The red chip train has left. The red chip train should be dropping off. This is him now. What a perfect time to end the stream, when everything comes together. Yes. No, I haven't built inserters yet. Hang on, hold on. I got you. Didn't even finish the dang station. You're ready though. You're good. $4K and $4K. Did I not set you to automatic? Oh, I didn't even give you instructions. 121 gears pickup until you're full. 121 gears drop off until you're empty. You can have a 121 low fuel interrupt. Why don't you want to come to gears drop off, my friend? My dear friend. You have a full cargo inventory. Whatever, I'll just send you over here manually. Come on. Show me them gears. Show me them gears. It's not saturated, and that's... Actually, what is your problem? You're just missing an inserter up there. There. I was gonna say it's not saturated, but that's not a problem. But we can just make it saturated. There we go. So all of these work. This is functional. They're going to be very slow because they're basically all throughput limited by yellow transport belts. But the idea is that this factory just sits here and runs all the time. So we don't need it to be like 100% uptime. We just need it to quietly churn away in the background. You're not getting blues. I see why that is, and I can fix it. You're not... No, you are making. You're just really light on gears. Okay, but we have reds, we have yellows, we have blues, we have greens. We have fast undergrounds, we have fast normals, we have fast splitters, fast normals, fast undergrounds. Everything works. We have a functioning, automated mall. It feels damn good. That's where I'm going to be done with the stream. But let me get over here close so I can get a screenshot, because this will be the thumbnail. A functioning mall. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to play Factorio again tomorrow after Guild Wars 2. If you want to know when that's going to be, I've got a Discord. You should join it if you want to get stream pings for when we're going to be going live. I have a VODs channel if you want to catch up on stuff that we've done on the channel in the past, and I have a YouTube if you're looking for Guild Wars 2 stuff specifically, and you're just hanging out watching Factorio because it's fun. I'll see you around tomorrow. It is my turn commanding, so we're going to go find some bad men to fight, and then we're going to build out the rest of this mall to automate things like power poles, rail signals, locomotives. We might stick some science in there. We need to set up our low density structure factory, and then we're going to start thinking about our first space platform. Very exciting stuff, and I'll see you then. But till then, enjoy the rest of your night. Take care.